Hey lovelies, how are you? My name's Marie from Uganda. Currently living in South Korea as an international student, and I'm carrying out my PhD here. Alright, so I came here to address a few things as an African and as an international student living in South Korea. What I want to talk about today is that if you're a foreigner or an African, as me, I'm talking about in my perspective. If you're a foreigner or an African coming to South Korea to stay for a long time, please think twice. Think twice before coming to South Korea. It's not K-pop or K-drama or whatever you see on TV. When you get here, things are real. So I'm just going to be rambling about a few things about South Korea as me, an African who is staying here for a long time. So first of all, I came in as a student. So if you're an African who wants to come in as a student, it's also pretty simple. You can go on Google, search for universities that teach in English. You can apply for a course and get in here as an international student. It also looks pretty easy, but it's not easy. So this is what I want to talk about today. So let's start with the fully funded, maybe the scholarship people, the fully funded people who come here on a scholarship. If you come on a scholarship, it's pretty easy for you. You're going to come in here and the school will provide accommodation for you. They'll provide dormitories for you. They'll be paying you every month as a student here, and life will be pretty easy for you because you have some money for upkeep, like for shopping, buy food, do this and do that, which is pretty good for you. But if you're funding yourself, this is when the reality kicks in. So if you're coming in and you're going to fund yourself, you have to go apply on a university. Then they'll accept you with a visa, and it's time for you to come to Korea. So when you're coming in, when you fully funded yourself, first of all, you have to look for where to stay. No one is going to help you with that. You either have to be with a friend in Korea or a relative in Korea in order to look for a place where you stay. So if you don't have a relative here or someone to receive you here, then I don't know where you start or what you do. So you will need to have someone in Korea who help you get a house. So then when you get here, you have to go to the school, register that you're here, and you have to start school. So when you start school, you may probably be going to school once or 2 times or 3 times in a week. So for the rest of the time, you have to look for work. The time to look for work, a student in Korea is allowed to work 72 hours in a month. Is it 72? Yeah, 72 hours in a month. So if you're working 72 hours in a month and you're a student here, it's pretty difficult for you because most of the jobs here for students are factory work. Not only for students, most of the jobs for Africans here are factory work. It's factory work. You have to hit the factory to get a job. And most of the factories, they work 120 hours in a month. So when you go to look for a job, but first of all, you're not allowed to work as a student. You're not allowed to work. In order for you to work, you have to get a work permit. In order for you to get a work permit, you have to go to the school. And when you go to the school, you're given documents to apply for work. When you're given documents to apply for work, you have to go to the factory, to sign those documents. The documents you take to the immigration to grant you the working permit to work. So if the school gives you 72 hours to work, a factory needs someone who work 120 hours a month. So if you go with 72 hours, the factory will tell you, you know what? You came with these documents, they are showing 72 hours, and us, we need someone who will work fully, 12 hours in a day. That's what they want. They don't play with their work. They don't play with their jobs. So that's when you see that it's not really easy, because you need the job and you're a student. And Korea doesn't have easy jobs. The easy jobs are for the nationals. They are for the nationals. Because most of the jobs require Korean language. You came here, you're new, you don't even know the language. You need to learn the language. In order to learn the language, you still have to go to school. Most of the jobs. And these people I hear, they know English, but they don't want to speak it. That's what I hear. I don't know if it's true or not, but they don't speak English. So if you go somewhere and you speak English, people even run away. They'll be like, eh. They don't understand what you're saying, or they don't even want to talk to you. They don't want to talk to you. Let's say you get lost somewhere, or you get lost at the train station, or you get lost somewhere and you need help and you can't speak the language. Most of the people will get away from you because they don't know what you're saying. They don't even want to listen. This is where you get lost somewhere. You tell someone, please, I need your help. I'm stuck. And someone will tell you, I don't speak English. She or he will say, I don't speak English. The word I don't speak English itself, it's in English. But he's telling you, I don't speak English. So which means you're stuck. That's the only word he has said, and he's not adding on anymore. So they're saying that when you're African and you reach in Korea, you're going to teach English. You're going to teach English. English is for a few. I myself, I come from East Africa. We speak English. We study English. English is basically our second language. It's what we use. But when we reach here, we're not allowed to teach. Teaching is for only South Africans, Americans, and the British. So the rest of the African countries, however much you speak a lot of English in your country, you're not allowed to teach. And for the culture, Korea is so lonely. It's so lonely, like so lonely. You're not gonna come here like you come today, tomorrow, the next day you make friends. No. It's not like that, that you're gonna make friends like that, just like that. No. First of all, the Koreans, they're those who are friendly, who will show you that they like you. And there are those that who show they don't like you. You can even go for a job here, and your boss will really show you that they don't like you. It's here and it's true. It's reality. It's real life. And it's not easy. Life is not easy as people say it is. This is a lonely country. You're not going to make friends. Like, I'm going to have a bunch of friends. I'm going to have a bunch of Koreans. They're going to be my friends. You're going to hang in here and there. No. It's not like that. First of all, they have a different culture from us. You're not going to wake up and you have a Korean boyfriend. No. No. If you find the friendly ones, I'll not say that 100% most of them are not most of them are not friendly. No, we have friendly people here. Some of them are even scared to walk with an African. That people don't interact a lot here. It's not like in Africa. You go here, it's party, you're happy, you're what? No. Here, most of the people don't interact. People are always on their phones. People walk when they're on their phones like this. Wherever they're going, they're on their phones. In the train station, they're like this. When they're crossing the road, they're like this. When they're on their phones, no one is even minding about you. No one even is seeing you. They're like this 24 hours. No one is even looking about you. No one is even minding about you. No one is even looking at you. It's not a bed of roses here for an African. If you're here, you're gonna be lonely. You're gonna be lonely. For real. It's either you, the school, and your factory work. You, school, factory work. You have to create happiness for yourself here. You have to create adventures for yourself. Adventure by yourself. You have to learn to live by yourself here. You're not gonna interact like how we are in Africa, no. And let's talk about the discrimination. There's discrimination here too. There are those that will like you and there are those that will not like you. Let's talk about the train station. You can get into the train station and you go in a seat. And people come, you're seated here, there's an empty seat here and there's an empty seat here. And they leave them empty. They don't want to sit next to you. They'll stand, but they'll not sit next to you. They will not, because they don't want to get close to you. You can occupy 2 seats by yourself and no one wants to sit next to you. There will be those. I'm not saying that all of them are bad, no. There are those that are good and there are those that are bad. Now, like, there is discrimination here. A lot. In jobs. In the train. In the restaurants. Everywhere. When you're an African, yes, they'll show you the discrimination. I'm telling you. Those who love you will love you. We have people here who are good. But we have those who are bad. So that's Korea for you. So if you're an African and thinking about getting into this country, please think twice. Like, think twice. It's not a bed of roses. It's not K-pop or K-drama. Here reality kicks in. The country is so lonely. If you have a chance to go to a different country, please go. I wouldn't give advice to someone to come into this country. No. First of all, the jobs are hard. It's factory work. The jobs are hard and they work fast. They need someone who is really, really fast. If you're slow, you cannot work for anyone here. A Korean is this person who will give you a job today and fire you tomorrow. Not even tomorrow. They'll give you a job in the morning and fire you at lunchtime. You're slow. And first of all, the cost of living is high according to what you make. Because you have to pay for the house, you need to pay for the gas, you need to pay for electricity, you need to pay for water, you need to pay insurance, you need transport, you need phone bill, you need all that. And you need to survive too, you need to eat, dress. And first of all, this country doesn't give residence. There's no residence in Korea. That however much I stay for this and this for how many years and years, like us Africans, we migrate to different countries thinking we'll get residence. There's no residence here. You apply for school, study, after school, go back home. Go home. So you apply for a refugee status, there is no residence for a refugee. No. They give them a couple of months, 6 months, a year or 2. After that, you're deported back home. They don't care whatever cause brought you to this country. Oh, I came because of this, I came because this and this was happening to my country. Nobody cares. It's just keep you for a few years and then you're sent back to where you came from. So that's life here. This country is lonely and it is sad and life is hard. Life is hard. It's not as what you think. It's not as what you see. A lot of culture differences here. There are a lot of culture differences. It's not as you think. When you get in here and you try to stay for long without documents or everything, this country is so stressful. They'll deport you back home. And it's so lonely. Eventually the depression kicks in here. It kicks in. A lot. This is the most depressed country and the most loneliest country to be in. So if you're coming to visit, yes, it's okay. You can come for a week or two, go do your adventures, go here and there, and then go back home. That's pretty good. It's fun. You have fun. But if you're coming for a long stay, please think. I'll stop here for now. Anything I've not addressed, please comment down below. I'll be telling you everything about South Korea. And don't forget to like and subscribe. This is my new video. Hopefully I can put up more videos. Give me a subscription. I'll be putting up more and telling you more about South Korea.